What I want to do is I want to, in Scholar, compare the way in which classroom discourse goes on in a different kind of way. And in fact, it's no different from discussion boards or any kind of learning environment which uses a kind of an activity stream feed for learning. So I'm going to walk you through a bit of Scholar now and just give you an example, and then I'm going to do some generalizations about what's going on here. I'm going to show you the Scholar environment to illustrate the way in which there need not be a distinction between learning face-to-face in the same time, in the same space, and learning at a distance asynchronously, not in the same time frame, and how the architectural differences are really no different. So just by way of background, I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction to how Scholar works, because that's a way to explain to you the logic of what I'm saying. So firstly, about Scholar, it's a web application where you just simply sign in to a cloud-based server, or alternatively, you can create an account, and when you create an account, we ask you what your date of birth is, for no other reason other than we have two kinds of accounts in the system. One account in the system which is for under 18s, which is a very locked down space, which is very, very safe, and another type of account for over 18s, which can be much more open and connected to the web. So I'm going to log in now, and I'm going to take you to a tab that I've already opened, and you can see here, here is my account, here's my profile page, and behind my name is a menu where I can do a number of things. I can send updates to people, I can build a profile in the About area, I can nominate my interests, I can I can invite peers, all sorts of things. When I go into Scholar, I land in a space called Community, and what I land on is I land on my profile page. And behind my name here, there's a menu where I can do all sorts of things. I can create updates, I can create some information about about who I am, and I can identify my interests, and I can find peers. And you can see already that I belong to a number of communities. A community might be a research community, it might be a class. So our basic organizational unit is a group of people called a community. And what I have is I don't have friends or followers, I have peers. So this is a pretty important distinction for us. We want to actually have a lot of the logic of social media in here, but friends are a really bad idea if you're doing learning, and followers are an even worse idea because it's just a measure of popularity. So we want to do something which is, we want to nuance this in a different kind of way. Let me show you something about the architecture of this, and let me go to a thing called an update. So when I go to make an update, that I have a stream here of updates that I've made, of various kinds, and updates are things which just go to my peers, people who've chosen one-on-one to be people connected with me. So, and in an update, I can put text, I can put in quotes, I can put in special characters, I can put in mathematical formulae, I can put in links. Importantly, also, I can put in images, I can put in videos, I can put in audio, I can put in any other file, or I can embed external media of any kinds in this space, which might be a YouTube video, it might be a bit of code on GitHub, or whatever. And you see the very first thing about this is the opposite of a tweet. See how big this space is? I can make this space smaller, of course, if I want to, but we're immediately suggesting this is more serious than a tweet. However, if I want that update, if I link my Facebook account or I link my Twitter account, it will become a tweet or it will become a Facebook post, and when I click on that, it brings me back into Scholar. So our kind of story where we describe what we're trying to achieve here is it's a bit like Instagram. Instagram's a nice place to do pictures. Facebook bought Instagram, but when it bought Instagram, it left it intact. So if you feed from Instagram to Facebook, you click on the picture and you come back into Instagram, and that's a nicer place to do pictures than Facebook is. So we want to be to knowledge what Instagram is to pictures. We want to be a specialist space where serious conversations can happen around knowledge.